Witam wszystkich bardzo serdecznie. I hope you're all doing absolutely amazing today. I'm Mysticle, and I'll be bringing you the latest in AR and VR news. It's fair to say it's been an absolutely massive week for the VR industry. The Steam Frame was launched, and that made absolute waves. However, because of that, it also overshadowed other stories that I think are important and we should definitely be taking a look at. So that is exactly what we're going to be diving into today. As usual, you have chapters down below to skip to any specific part of this video that you are most interested in, and with that being said, let's get right into it. First up, the Quest deals, as quite a few of these have actually been dropping throughout the Black Friday week. And if you were quick on the trigger, you may have actually caught an incredible deal for the Quest 3S over at Costco this week, as the device was only $200. Now, that sale is gone, so congratulations to everyone that actually managed to get their hands on the device for that price. But don't worry if you missed out on that one. Best Buy is running a deal that is almost as good. As reported by UploadVR, you can get a 128GB Quest 3S for just $250. Which is a solid $50 off the regular price. But the real kicker is the perks. They're throwing in another $50 Best Buy gift card and 1 month of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, which you can of course fire up directly there on the Quest 3S. As well as that, they're also giving out a copy of The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners. That's an extra $110 of value packed in. It's a fantastic way of getting into virtual reality and not breaking the bank. But I'm fairly sure a lot of us know why they're doing this. First of all, the Christmas season is coming up. And second of all, that Valve frame. I believe we're going to see a lot of price drops on a lot of different headsets before that thing launches. Then again, without actually knowing the price of the Steam Frame, a lot of people are going to be questioning whether they should be waiting for that or whether they should get a headset right now, which is also why companies are trying to entice people. Now, while many are unwrapping their brand new Quest headsets, it seems Meta is already making some big moves for the future, and not exactly in the way a lot of us would have expected. Originally broken by the information and corroborated by VR enthusiasts like Luna and Brad Lynch, details a significant shift in Meta's priorities. According to UploadVR's reporting on the matter, the company is now fast-tracking an ultralight open periphery headset that will connect to a puck. This device is codenamed Puffin. We've spoken about it before, and it will offload the majority, if not all of its computing, to that little puck that will be tethered to it with a wire. That device is now reportedly aiming for a 2026 launch. It definitely seems like Meta is trying to follow in the footsteps of the likes of Samsung and Apple. As the last time we saw an open periphery headset from Meta, it was the Quest Pro. And let's just say that didn't seem to succeed. But here is the kicker. That focus on a lighter, more versatile device has come at a cost, as Meta is now apparently planning on moving the Quest 4 release, which a lot of us were waiting for, to 2027. It's a bold move, showing that Meta might be reevaluating what consumers actually want. This is weird, as that kind of hints towards it being less focused at hardcore gaming and more focused at casual, I don't know, watching movies or surfing the web. That and general productivity. And I'm not sure the majority of consumers would prefer that over something like another Quest 4 that would not only come at a great price from Meta, but would also be able to do all that and a lot more. Who knows? I just really wish that Compute Puck could be wireless. Now, speaking of Meta's future, Hyperscapes. It's something a lot of us have been waiting for, and since it's been released to the general public, have been using. But now we have a significant update to that as well, and it's one that's going to excite quite a few people. As Luna has pointed out on X, Meta has just updated its official support documentation. For anyone that needs a refresher, Hyperscape is the feature that lets you create a full 3D scan of your room, or, well, anything you want for that matter. A true-to-life digital replica. The big news here is that the updated documentation now includes specific details on sharing these captured spaces and being able to also invite other users into them. It's really cool, and it's something people have been using in VR chat per se for quite some time now. Before Meta allowed Hyperscapes, people have been creating photogrammetries of their own spaces or other places around the world and sharing them in VR chat, kind of spending time together in those. And they're pretty cool. Of course, now with Meta giving a production-ready piece of software to the general public, this will be a lot easier. And I can see a lot of people having some interesting ideas as to how they can utilize this. Do let me know if you guys have been using Hyperscapes down below, and what cool real-world places you've brought into virtual reality with them. Okay, now, a lot of changes have happened with Lynx. Lynx is a French startup that is now back in the news about their next headset. In a surprising turn of events, Lynx and Google have apparently broken up, as Lynx has announced that their next device will not be running Android XR. According to UploadVR, Lynx stated that Google terminated their agreement. Instead, they'll be continuing with their own open source Lynx OS. You guys know me, I love open source. I'm just quite intrigued as to whether this open source OS will be based on the open source version of Android. That would be quite interesting. But that's not all, as here is their headliner feature. The brand new Lynx headset will apparently have the highest FOV of any standalone headset out there. Or at least, this is what Lynx is claiming. And this is due to the use of advanced aspheric pancake lenses, built in collaboration with the Israeli startup Hypervision. It's fantastic news for consumers, as if this ends up working out, we might end up seeing technologies like this in the future in other standalone devices. And seeing people's reaction to, say, the Steam frame, this would be great news, as if people are looking for something in a standalone headset, it's FOV. FOV is one of those things. Another thing is micro OLED, but FOV is definitely one of the main ones. And if Lynx succeeds, that will hopefully push the entire industry forward. Okay, now let's switch things up with the software side of things. This one is going to be rather large for PC VR gamers. As brought to my attention by UploadVR, a pretty cool open source tool called Pimax Magic for All has recently received quite a few updates. As detailed by UploadVR, this tool adds eye-tracked, foveated rendering to a massive amount of SteamVR titles. This is of course only going to be available on headsets that support it, but if you do have one of those, like for example, the Quest Pro or the PSVR 2, once you connect that to a PC, this tool will now give you the ability to have eye-tracked foveated rendering on a much larger library of games. This can give you a pretty big performance boost, allowing you to run your games at higher resolutions and smoother frame rates. This is a perfect example of how the VR open source community is stepping up to add powerful features that the official software lacks, or that the manufacturer just won't give to us. It's one of the reasons that I am so unbelievably excited and keep coming back to the Steam frame. The fact that we are allowed to do basically anything we want on it, and it's an open ecosystem, is going to have so much more of these coming to life. Now, talking about Valve, this one might come as a disappointment to quite a few people, as with its recent announcement of the streaming first Steam frame, many of us were also hoping to hear about a flagship VR title, kind of like a successor to Half-Life Alyx. After all, if it's a streaming first headset, we kind of require a good title to stream to it, right? Well, it's time to temper those expectations. UploadVR has confirmed with a report from Road2VR that Valve is currently not working on a new first-party SteamVR game, which is such a shame. I mean, Half-Life Alyx to this very day is one of the best VR titles you can play, and that's a problem. How long have we been waiting for another one of those titles? It needs to happen. If they're releasing a new device and they're trying to push it forward, we need to have more of these AAA games. And maybe now, PC VR could be revived with it. I mean, it is a streaming first headset, which means it's going to hopefully revive PC VR, allowing for more detailed graphics, better clarity, and larger games. Or at least, that's what I'm hoping will happen. So, I guess let's cope for that now. But there you have it. That's today's news. We've got some amazing deals on current gen hardware, a major strategy shift from Meta, which it might not necessarily be a good thing. We have some interesting info from Lynx on their new upcoming headset and changes that they've had to make, and some amazing community-driven software innovation. Honestly, out of all of this, I'm possibly most excited for the open source stuff. The VR community has proven to me time and time again that they are capable of so much more than official companies want to give us. I mean, imagine what we could be doing with the Quest 3 if the bootloader was unlockable. Yeah, Meta would not like that. However, you never know. The The VR landscape is constantly changing, and right now is a very exciting time to be part of it. Let me know in the comments what mods you guys are running on your headsets and what things you would like me to check out in the future. We've got Project Babel, we've got DIY eye tracking for Quest headsets, we've got, of course, the DIY SteamVR trackers coming up. We have a lot of DIY open source community-driven projects coming up, so I am super excited to share that with you. Make sure to ring that bell in case you guys want to be a part of that. Either way though, that's going to be it for today's video. Thank you all so much for joining me. It's been an absolute pleasure bringing this piece of news to you. If you like this one, please do leave a like. If you disliked it, I guess this button works too. But let me know why down below. If you're not yet part of our community, check out our Discord and our Reddit down below, where I want to see you posting your spicy memes. And that's also where I notify you guys about upcoming live streams, events, and things like that. And thank you so much to all the Patreons supporting this channel. You guys are amazing. Seriously, much love. And thank you to anyone else supporting the channel in any way, shape, or form. As usual, if you want to be notified about future content coming up on the channel, make sure to smash that subscribe button with your forehead, ding my bell. See you again in the next video. Peace. Oh yeah, and I have a pop filter now, so hopefully it works.